kwa.
Anumre Maya Moajo, Emwakwaba, Efamra ITV, so and ne a juada, and maybe I'll show you if we are Moakwaba at the ITV, so Memusem, and Ama who was so dear, and a bread as so I de Esum and ne Enumre, na and some debate job you will move any. Eyade akopiomu ewo nkran National Agribusiness Dialogue akoso ewo ho mampeni Mahama akokasa ewase Attorney General ensoso akasa ediafa eye NSS National Service eye scheme no scandal ekoso ewo sinipa wotwe se won ma ye krado adanse wo be di adanse akade tuamu nyina ma ebra no aye nadwuma sansoso ana wo enedei Attorney General ni samwo wode atu dwa no Kobnadu for a yade ne yabeto dwa se ni case no aban ahwe ayi afiro wo se wo munim de nti a wo msi sa gina na nti no wode mu entwe mu atu dwa akase boy mu yade ebebo wo na ukopie mu ena no penso ne nya asam keto akra National Security Operatives wo mo trust ukopie mu e Forestry Commission wo mo office bi a wonum kobo wura ho a na nya asam keto akra enime abobone ina no ene de eba besomo na afe ye de wo abo eradwede ensam emu Governor Edma Bank of Ghana akasa afiska sam any inflation hu sam ban kra en wode tu dwa ye bebo mu ewo kase mu na afe that lumba wakone kra echi no kopimu asante mantamu a adwadifo bie atwe wonum adwedef empo de no wonim efa no enfra wafri mu kra no ensam a wonum ekan ni na besum enanumre ewo ITV so medi ene da chehima afia akonwa hetwa ye ho aba Sam no munchemu enye enede yakopiomu ewo nkwanmantamu a National Agribusiness Dialogue ekoso eho mampeni John Dramani Mahama ekokasaye ewase awodin semwe etudwa.
This forum represents far more than just a routine stakeholder engagement. It is a vital turning point in our shared journey to transform Ghana's economy through the strategic development of the agribusiness sector. We gather here today not just to share ideas, but to affirm our national resolve to move Ghana decisively from an agrarian economy to an industrial, value-driven and export-oriented one. This dialogue is therefore both timely and indispensable as we reset the foundation of our economy for inclusive and sustainable growth. Our commitment to agribusiness is evident in the recent realignment of the Ministry of Trade and Industry to become the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. This was not just a cosmetic change. It was a deliberate policy shift intended to place agribusiness at the heart of our industrial transformation. The inclusion of agribusiness is a strategic reorientation that focuses on value addition and value chain integration, which can radically alter Ghana's economic trajectory. The global agribusiness market, valued at between 3.4 and 3.5 trillion US dollars in 2024, is projected to reach 4.4 trillion to 5.8 trillion US dollars by 2033. And Ghana must be a part of this business. This represents an enormous opportunity for developing nations like Ghana. We have arable land, we have abundant water, and a resilient, youthful workforce, These ingredients position us uniquely to claim a competitive share of the global agribusiness value chain.
And then so kopia mu ewo nkranmantam mu a government accountability series ekoso eho na attorney general eyewura Dominic Ayine wono na ekasa na na watch say Dr. Kwabnadofo criminal case ya for sikasam wenam so kwa ne bank ya tu mu nipa nso bia eka ho no wono aban ahwe adrop case no na watch mu die nti a aban esi seja na etwa say wo ye nsa sebetimi aboa ma economy no agent na so sikasam tutuenso no enema akonkan.
Of the previously reported exposure of 5.7 billion down to 3.3 billion, which comprise the following: the exclusion of 2.1 billion in the alleged fictitious amounts booked to the account of the shareholder who did not involve cash outflows. In other words, monies didn't go out to anybody. These were just book entries that were designed to make the books of Unibank look good. That is how come that in the criminal case, the charge of falsification of accounts was brought against them. So they did not loot the money. They did not give the money to anybody. They just made entries that were meant to give Bank of Ghana, the central bank, the impression that the bank was doing well. Okay. Then the exclusion of 0.3 billion relating to Unibank's placement with a SEC-regulated, related company currently in receivership, which is being pursued separately through the insolvency proceedings. After prolonged negotiations, the accused persons, by a letter dated 7th May 2025, made a proposal to settle the revised outstanding obligation of 3.3 billion Ghana cedis through a structured approach. The accused persons offered to pay 2 billion Ghana cedis in full and final settlement of the outstanding obligations through the following arrangements: 800 million worth of assets to be transferred directly to Unibank, which is in receivership, which will now make that available to the Bank of Ghana. And then their active cooperation and participation to assist the receiver to recover an additional 1.2 billion from the direct beneficiaries paid out on their instructions. Out of the above arrangements, the accused persons have provided landed properties valued at 824 million Ghana cedis to Unibank. In assessing the proposal submitted by the lawyers for the accused persons, I took into account the following factors. The receiver of Unibank acknowledged that the fictitious amounts totaling 2.1 billion did not result from cash outflows, but related to accounting entries that overstated the asset base of the bank, which predated Unibank's placement in official administration.
Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, also a National Service Scheme scandal no kakra at the transem chofun watch say. Enipa watche aba wonu ane office ya womu twa say. Won ma yeredi aye krado say. Won ba bedi adanse aka de womu nim bia.
Which had been used to withdraw funds totaling a little under 2 million Ghana cedis from the said account. We have therefore halted the filing of charges so as to await the receipt of the evidence from the relevant state agencies, including the Bank of Ghana, Ministry of Finance, and the Controller and Accountant General's Department. In fact, as I speak, the Bank of Ghana signaled to me that this morning they are going to deliver the entire, bank statement, for my attention. I am, however, happy to announce that at least 8 suspects in this investigation have approached my office for plea negotiations, including 3 former officers of the National Service Authority. Some officials have offered to testify against their colleagues, and some vendors and service providers are willing to come clean and testify as prosecution witnesses. When you build your docket well, this is the result that you get. 8 people are willing to testify. Persons, they are not coming to say hearsay. They are not coming to give hearsay evidence. People who were involved. Okay, and we are, in negotiations with them and their lawyers, as a precondition, I tell them, you bring back the money that we have calculated that you took, you serve as a prosecution witness.
Dr. Dominic Ayine, Attorney General, and someone odi to our government accountability series na CBA enono. Yenkopiemu ewo Asante Mantamu na ene anope ya ukopiemu ewo Forestry Commission one office ya ewo Asante Mantamu what you say memma beye du num 15 one ma sheshe one hu omo animpo one cha omo national security for one more at the credo akoto Forestry Commission office ya ewo Asante Mantamu one cha sa abre no na adwuma yefo abedu one mo ye adwuma na so one ko say adwuma dia no one di ho ina ne adwuma one mo ye ina and one atutum a nam so ama adwuma yefo no one mo ana ejenjina ho etwa mu hu dia ekos one kra no one mo adwiri one mo say den kra ene ekosi
Forestry Commission penifua bia na ewo honom saabre no edit to dwase wonmo anka bia nhemu na national security for ebepie mu ewo honom say orders from above eno omo de ye adwuma enu nti asoma wo say wo metutu officer hodo ewo ho nyina emu na wonom mfa ensafoa no ensiesie na emom botaye titiru nti ayesoma wonom say wonom meye saa no eyade a wonom amfa emu enchemu ama mpenifu eche say wonom edwene ho a na wonom enti ase womo eto aso say ebre kakra entemu nie eyade a Forestry Commission for enipa bi etahata wonum a wom ehunahuna wom anu nti ema wonum kora wom eda wonum ena enipa bi ya wonum e company fo ehu abibi nti wonum amfa wom din anto edwa no ekire se efri bra wonum ehya ase se wom echeche enkrofo a wonum ye illegal mining yi ebi ewo Odan River Forest Reserve no eso no eyade mpanifo bi etu wom ani asi wonum so pa ya wonum ema wom enya ahomeka we enyina mu no Odan River Forest Reserve empenifo echira na ewo Asante Mantamu ya eye bia ya edimu pa na ehu ehia wonom enu ti wonom aboho ban age ho ban a womo ekra sade ebeye betimi aboa ama adehye wo mpotamu ho nyina ne titu ene oboase kropon no eni nkura hodo a ebembe honum nyina no omo betimi enya ensupa anom neso mpenifo chese emfie kakra enie eyade asa bia yi wonom a etu galam se yibie no wonom etu womo ani esisa bia ye honum pa womo ye de ombetumi bia se wonum bese sa ensu
Asante Mantamu di amfi ani entremu ewo mentifido na nananum ahemfo ani atrankonwa wonum ewo Mampusi Traditional Council ade atodwa trese sa kafi aban ade ato adehye wonum ewo na regu ana afe boku empotam ehoso no wonum ankyire buoni die amfa ma nananom enu ntinu wo mo se aban se sajinasi a wasie a kafi wode ato wonum eso no wonhwena nimanim ya wonyin free wo mo so na we no na yiri Parisia eno no ewo na rigu ana mpanfo ko hyiemu ewo ha wonom ato aban enkrawe
Wankrata ebeto edwa ene juada July busumida etoso aduenu enwotwe no na yiri palace wonom ekire se anamuntuo ya abanyi etu ede curfew ato wonom so ya ehyase enra eyekwesi ada July busumida etoso aduenu enson ese efri awia no mienu ekopem anopa no nsia obia enhu kwan se opie abonten anase wonante kromu no wo se womobo enyoso kra na ne nyina enam adesuafuo mienu ya na wonom ekosu ewo na Lerigu Senior High School ye nipa bonfo bi ebo wonum tuo na no memne da July bosome ne da na etoso aduenu ensia no eno enanananom echese ekwan a aban yi efa so edi curfew no eba ye no enimu esanse wonum ama nananom ena so ene wonum anka sampo anyi wonum adwenkyere anase mpo anka ankyere wonum dwumadie anase ginese ya wonum etu se wonum edi curfew eba beto wonum eso ni nyina emu no nananom echire se wonum nim ne nam so ema asa nipa bonfo yi ekun adesuafo mienu nanso enipa bi esusu se eye boko entawantawa ya ekoso no eno ena enam so a amamrantie afamu ahwere wonum enkwa Mampusi Traditional Council ede ato edwa se wonum ene enkro mienu ya ekun ayade a wonum ne wonum ni twaka bia enu nti no wonum enhwe animu se obi emfa wonum din enko forefore ho afa wonum kira aban no amfa nidie ene obuo ama wonum a wonum kire se ta na muntu ya aban no etuo no enya de no betimi aboa ama asumdua ba na emom no adesuafo ye sese wonom school ekosua ade no wonom na aban yi etietia wonom fa ahodie so ewo ekwan bi so enu nti wonom de nhyehyeye abeto emontene so ya wonom hwe animu se curfew ya aban no de ato na lerigu ene ne mpotemu eso no animu ya aban ne hwe na wonyi curfew no emfiri wonom so de etoso mienu wonom hwe se nhwemu frenchim ebekoso ewo ewudie ya ekoso enam so ema adesuafo mienu yi hwere wonom kwana afi wonom edi ne bonefosem no empanifo ahwe de wonom agina emra ano afi de etwato no wonom hwe animu se aban yi emfa chopa emu oden emre na yiri ene adehye ye wo mamprugu ene ne mpotemu se wonom atwa nananom eho na wonom ankasa esi wonom ginaye
wo epoye mantam nsusu no Ghana Posi ade abeto dwase wonom ache nipa aduonu enson 27 emmema agadam se yibie na womo eye ewo ankasi jadam a weno ewo esamantamfoi a ewo epoye mantam mu na wonom anamontu womo si obi neti a womo naso ena nkakra wonom kopie mu hampani ampani ampa agadam se yi na wonom eye nti womo adoa eye mmema aduonu nson an womo site ho
aposifo nsa eso wonom mu ewo bra na wonom eye galamse yi ebie ewo site ahodo no a ya bra dwumedie no ekoso no wonom etwetwen enkrante sekan ahodo ene akode ahodo ya nanka wonom pese wonom etohye aposifo ya wonom ye wonom adwuma no eso enema bi ye mpanifo nsa eka efri wonom ehonom eye excavators makomako edu baako bulldozer baako pump action shotgun enonso baako saloon vehicles enonso na eye miensa afe Mitsubishi pickup truck enonso wonom eje baako pick loader enonso wonom eje baako ena afe water pumping machines eno de dodo no a ena wonom nsa eka ye ene akade ahodo bebre ya wonom ede ye galamse aposifo HSS senipa bonifue wonom nyina ewa aposifo akache omugusoa eye omunsemu ehwehwemu na afe niema wonom esaka ye no eyade a wonom akora no brepam
wo ensem fufuro mu nso no kopie mu ewotema empotemu ehwa eyade a God's Coming Kingdom Foundation we yekua enhye aban ase wonum kopie mu ewo eye tema urban hospital biaya yeji awo ewo ho na ema bia na wonum awo a ne womutumi enya sika enche won medical bills enti won aka ho enkofie nu wakotua ni nyina ade amasa ema na ne wonum atimi akofie
God's Coming Kingdom Foundation. The Bebwa Wana only especially now or was one. The Disikai Ekawom. A Huchurenti, ye know, and so Onyesika and Pentian. Wana a dark Mr. Solomon Akuma so said, San Kofono, the Bebwa Enti, and let them urban hospital. And I did any chair na edin kan meda aboafo bi nso a mo Hollanda mo boa yen ye ko bo mo kunu mu a omo nyi yen twetwene sister Jemima, sister Gladys, sister Vivian and sister ye bedo ma se esanse ye be bo mo kunu mu no woman da o machi amayen oma boa yen ye de abeboa wona woni bi nti ye buta me se ye boa saafo no in fact me say enda form na oba so be kwako na ye de sikan be kan no enya adekoto na ye be yi e say wadeka nti na ye detain ti so obi a owo prison aha na oda ho onye sika emfa ntua ne bill nti ene ye ba tema ho general urban hospital say ye beboa saafo enye ne na ye shaase ya ko hospitals bibi say Fawum government hospital ya ko ho ya ko Swedro hospital ya ko Okonfanochi ana ya adoye nsu bebre eno de ye ntimi mmodi nko na ne de eye tema urban hospital
Era Matilda ama akwafo principal nursing officer was award honomo wɔkyerɛ aniso ɛne asede PSA edema foundation no wɔbra wɔne ITV kase atwetwe nkɔmɔ no ɛno ɛna ɔde to edwa sɛ toda ya ne hadwen pa sɛ wohwɛ enipa bi a wɔn bɛgya yarehwɛ na ɛnam sɛ wɔn ntimi antua wɔn akanti a na ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn ɛka yaresa bia honomo a ya na ɛyɛ asefem.
This is the blue ward for the CS. Those who have done the operation for, and this is the green ward where we call it our first stage room, where the mothers are in their labor, where they stay, and then we have the fourth stage room after they have delivered, where we put them over there. Okay, in this place we have people come from far and near to come and deliver over here, and some people to come. We call them naked DAAKYE. They have not come with anything. Some of them, the husband doesn't follow. They'll come, they don't have anything to do, other things to pay for them. Some of them couldn't afford it to pay their bills. Thank God today, God's Coming Kingdom Foundation have come to save those people who are in the world who couldn't pay their bills. And they have paid for them. We are so grateful to God's Coming Kingdom Foundation, and that solve a lot of problems. To take them, they can go home safely. This thing can lead to hypertension because they are thinking they are not fine. But today you can put smile to their faces. You say God bless you greatly. Amen.
Abatan dodoɔ na wɔnya adwumadie emu emfasoɔ no kyerɛ aniso ne aseda emu ɔden pa ɛde ema pani kofa bayoda God's Coming Kingdom Foundation ɛyɛ NGO koi ano owura Solomon Abrono manya ko a wɔn mo kyɛ sɛ ɔmani aso emwa a wɔde aboa wɔn
sese na ekono in fact ye bae no na yenim sɛ ebe normal delivery but ene ekoba ne sɛ wo sɛ cesarean intino na yeni nda because sika no akɔhworo intino na akoye se eni boafobia intino sa aba ni se ni de enije yedase se o mama mani daso bibisa inti ebiom no me da Mr. Solomon na boafo ase so maye adoye se
mi na me ni daso bia se o mbeba bpie so empofiri
na ukopia mu ewo Gomua akotia we no aye krobia ewo Gomua East District no emu wo infifi mantemu emebru ho ani abrese krodom enu ntin wo muko aye concern youth of Gomua koti atompanifo kra wo mu twemu se na nasafu ninsin wo bo no ho safo hene se wo no waye wo hene wo krom ho emebru sini wo obi ansi ne hene wo no na asi ne ho hene ena de papa ba no wo botugu waye wobi a wo si wonum empunto ano kwan ewo Gomua akoti ho etene die wonum koto srese mpanifo nhwe na wonum me twan ne to akonwa enyi ne nase mpaboa esanse wo ka wonum empunto hye ewo akoti ho a wonu de won pa de papa bia enfema wo mo na nsamtwofo hye mu a ekoso sadia na mabru no ani abede no se wo mu ro mo nsam eto nsamtwofo enim
ibi ati de mi mo wọ́n bí sẹ́lẹ̀ kò sí ní ìsinmi àtẹ̀dẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ọdíṣàn kan bọ́bọ́dẹ̀ mọ́ bìlẹ̀. Lẹ́bí sàmọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ọdíṣàn kan bọ́bọ́dẹ̀ mọ́ bìlẹ̀. IGP president. Yẹ̀sìlámù mú yàn ọmọ bìlẹ̀ náà IGP yẹ̀sìlámù mú yàn ẹ̀dìmẹ̀.
Ọ̀nà ojú náà yẹ because wọ́n yẹ bí dà èmi tó kó tó wà yẹ wà á yẹ ọ̀sọ̀ ọ̀yìn náà yẹ bí èyí sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yìn ètí yẹ̀sìlẹ̀ lè wò bí fún ẹ̀hún àwọn àkọ́bí ọ̀tún bẹ́ẹ̀ dé sẹ̀ yẹ̀sẹ̀ no Oman edusua adesi abrade yesien ye magufum ndi begufum omu ayen na
eye meburu we Gomua akoti ha mo papa o kire de oyo hin o we akoti no omu aye the time anan so se oyo hin a obetre akoti ha de nyam papa bia ankodo wa ha nti anka se de na asifom de papa no okwan ya ofado a dumaje olidi na akoti ha no ye mpeli bio okofa odebi opolice commander ode mo fa no dom ode ba aye omahin ni krom nti yesra na obrifu de yesra papa papa ye ofa na sifom na okofi nsi onye obusoyi na gwa ne ye ne de na obatra na otete ye no omahin se wo hundam gotin da ofa na sifom
non to kofi
Abrante Aguri George wono ena wodi emebunu yi enim na bra woni sentrofo ekasa na ode tudwa se ensem ananasafo ninsen kan nyina enyade anokre bia emu a wo chese oman hene ya wo gomua wono ena woni ne mpanifo efa kwan bi so eno enyemra kwan na wono mo ede ne si akonwa
ka kire yewura obirifu se wode ntotoye na eba yebusuam a ye sin se ye woka nyina nokware bi ani ya sin se nokware bi ani ya ba ya ama de kan nyina adimu na ye hu se de kan enyentro ne etwa nyina se ye sira yewura president oni IGP ayemi dem po se enabi ono ankasa eye press conference na wafre yewura IGP se omrem na omehwe de yekoso yadutum ti ye basira ewura IGP se sa nkitahudi akwa emiedu ntami ayemi ntem ho asi se be yɛ di na asumdue beba sense ono o man mu se obo asumdue ho ban se ne be ya na de hye ho beto no ani nti na o ha ye sire nse onfa ne nansi fom na animanim ye ajoda na ne brada de kon onfa afa na miedu nyina na obi a na kire de nti a o kire se kro no ye ne dia na asumdue emra manosi
ye twa ye ho aba na jeje ni sikasem atwa kase bono eso afe dwadie mu ensem Dr. Johnson na siama governor Edema Bank of Ghana na wakasa afa media budget review a etodwa ewo mrahye bedwamu yawoda etwamu na no ene wakasa afa inflation eho a wotwe se wono de wo hunu se eba taxes honsem exchange rate ane nsɛm a finance minister Dr. Kasie atofosen to dwa no a wodi se beboy papa am yesidi no atimi ejane naso.
The question before us is clear. The question is whether the current macroeconomic configuration warrants a recalibration of our monetary policy stance. With inflation expectations more firmly anchored, external buffers significantly strengthened, and public confidence improving, we must consider how best to support this recovery without compromising the hard-won gains in stability. We must be aware, colleagues, of the risks going forward, such as a resumption of exchange rate volatility, crude oil price could increase, and the potential impact of some taxes to be imposed within the context of the mid-year budget review, and of course, how these can affect pricing behavior. Colleagues, these can cause a shift in inflation expectations, and there are risks that we cannot take lightly at all. So I encourage staff and MPC members to maintain a strong focus on these forward-looking risks, these policy trade-offs, and the need to provide credible guidance to the market. Our mandate, colleagues, is clear, and that is to maintain price stability while enabling the conditions for inclusive and sustainable growth.
One more a ton bodie ewo bibiani enso koto hre aban ene mpanifo akebie wo mu se won twa wo mu ani emehwe wo mu esan se ukọ bibiani dwomu a won mo a ton bodie no won mu ni bia pote a won mo eton won bodie ewo eni to mo kodu dwomu a na won mo ye won mu ni tantasa se de won mo permanent place a ebeka se bodie fo de eha ene won ewo nentimi moa ma won bodie dwadie ekoso ewo bibiani no bibibia enkoso wano emma wom.
police talk for the Beji new station ma board the four say board the four and one ya Tony Adie eti eni baby anti be eni baby ya eni belia de yanko one yanko watchna belia ho ye obi asase so edu obi asase yampe ade ne ya sabe ye dia toto ye nsebe ma ya nya den e ma we na ye di dwan ye dia so ye man kakra de ye yi akoto ya eti ne yi akoto ya ade te ne ye akoto se ya nya den eti ya sabe de ni bani four say wo mo fo na sifam wo mo mo aye na ma ye bre se je ya ne nya kakra kele che yamba e wo school ena ne si yakwa ha se ya den e ye ko so me se de nya ma bre ne ye be bia ni ye se edwe na ye basa nti ga na mpemfo ye sra mo ye di koto dwe egu fom ye sra mo ye gbam cha wo me edwe na egu o ekro bia market wom ye konka shabush obi asa so ena na omutu ena ne ya bara ena ne yakwa nti ye sra mo ga na mpemfo ye bom na ni si fom na mo pa market ta si e benya market e be diga ewa ha ewa bebi anu kwom ye bush na nye edwe wo de nya me basa na obi botumi atako wo kwam se mu se ska wo no atako no wagye usika nyina ewo kwam tie pro market wo ekrom kogu belia ho na so wa na ho a obodi atime yira sika kwefa wo kwa koda wo so a ehu na nsen ye da ho na be matiti bi aba ye so papa eho ne ye fa ade manko a ene ye fle okada ne ye fa na ba ene ye dwane ja ba ma eho no ehu ena nyame ya dom ne ya sa ba ya ba ya say a police for mabuya ama police for the case omuka ani abro betan aba edwom ho so mo pam ya body afo ani yese yenko because lanso ya obi asase maame na asase ne lanso no wasi the school na ya boso eti yire honom no be dan obetu ye eti yesram payfo yensagu yensayem omomoye na yenya asase ya tam ye kwotena so ani hu se e ho ayeti yenko ba bia yentu ye biem ye betimi aba apata ne esuo to a ye ho atoye ye nya bia ento na ade the do station ho de dia no ho no mo police fo agegina ho obi okura ohuru police ana no ho so no odwane ade ntira bane sa ne be pe aduane ana se be digwa ani e ma akodidi ana se ye be kan ye niema na mo de police fo agina ye so enti ye srase sa de sa yem mama ye dabre ye pa dabre so so ye mama ye nia ye ntuo enya sa dabre mo de to ko ho na ma sa page ye to ye nya sa ye pa dabra ye tasa ye nsoli bi anya sa dia ye be tete so kokro a kire e say this year amele hu say ye ni abre ban mo ye sra mo ye nya abro pa ba bia nkuro no owalen ye ma boye di wan ko mba wo ye de ya to so ko so ha ye lasia mba ni mo sabede banjuno yaw abitasia ni bali ana chia bai police fo be dinya so ro ba ne no miensa ye be attack ye tebe goma ye godi ja ye mna ande mo ba fu be ma stop be police ni anko sa ha cha sa ma ande sa ma bobo ya ne ba kwa ama ngwa na nso a na sa mo gina wa mo ye ngo fango ye mo na ye he ye wa ya nya burole ye wa ye bobo na nso ati ye ngwa ho na nso dia ye de ya bra ye wa o tan wa se aso bo ye wa wai beti wo ye na ko sra ya so fu ni po anumuni po ya ngwa bra ati happy DCE beti bo wa so se apra mo ama prata ama menwane ama tra so afo bo twa na dia e de mo ama place ya ama fa ma ye brefo aba ne ye tie ya to ya ma wan sra wala brefo wo so wa DCE wo so wa
ye na na ma breso edwan mu ana ne ye ho ye nyiye nkwa ha wo wi a de ope ne wato na wo de kofie ene ma yi akwa lanso wo fo praga wu wo fo ka wu ada na o mo de ye ko na na ye sra o mo so o mo ma ye ntra dwomo lanso ye ko na enko tiranya sa de a o mo mpe ba bi pa na ye o mo kwaduro na ye ntra se ni ya ho nta ye de ye pe
we adwadi form ton body e wo bibia ni dwom enkra wono mato aban ne mpanfo ene be gina no so na ya tonkra ya ba wo de hu nsem